We all know bullet point slides are boring. In this video, I'll show you 3 ways to improve your bullet point slides to make them more engaging for your audience. The 3 bullet point slides I'm going to make over today are this, and this. Where did I get those slides from? I went to a publicly available slide sharing site called slideplayer.com, went to 3 random presentations and picked up 3 random slides. And they are, as you can see, from 3 different industries, so I can keep things real. You can see that the principles I'm about to share with you can be applied across industries and they are easy to follow. So let us jump right in and learn how to improve our bullet point slides using some basic principles. By the way, I'm Ramgopal from presentationprocess.com. We help professionals like you create engaging presentations. I've been creating presentations and teaching presentation skills for the past 1.5 decades. Now let us go to the first slide. This slide is from a presentation on driver education. And right away I could see a couple of things that can be improved in this presentation slide. This slide shares 3 different ideas in one place. If you want your presentation to have more impact, always follow this simple rule: allocate each idea its own slide. The reason why a lot of presenters hesitate to do that is because they are afraid that it will increase the slide count. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Just think about it. The time it would take for you to present these 3 different ideas from one slide is going to be the exact same thing when you present these 3 ideas from 3 different slides, isn't it? However, the advantage is you would be able to convey the points with a lot more impact. For example, I can see that this presentation is a very emotional one. It talks about deaths and injuries related to vehicle-pedestrian collisions. Now, you cannot use a plain mosaic as a background for a slide like this. If you want to communicate the idea with impact, add some real photos that make the audience feel what you're trying to say. Let us go to the first point. It says, pedestrians are the second largest category of motor vehicle deaths and injuries in New Jersey. Probably the wording can be made a little better and made more clearer. And here is the revised version. Vehicle-pedestrian collisions are the second leading cause of motor vehicle-related deaths and injuries in New Jersey. So that is the point being conveyed. Now look at the background here. The background is of a real photo of a motor vehicle accident. Now, an image like this will trigger some emotions in the audience's mind and they will tend to pay more attention to what you have to say. So you can see that this point deserves its own slide and it can be communicated with a lot more impact with a relevant photo. Let us go to the second point. It says vehicle-pedestrian collisions have a 5% fatality rate if the car is going at 20 miles per hour, but the rate jumps to 85% at 40 miles per hour. Again, a very impactful statistic, but the statistic is not really understood when it is presented as a text. This information can be communicated far more effectively by using a chart. Take a look at this. It compares miles per hour with fatality rate. The title says fatality rate drastically increases with speed, and 20 miles per hour 5% fatality rate and 40 miles per hour 85% mortality rate. And you can see that the fatality rate in vehicle pedestrian collisions increases 17-fold when vehicle speed doubles. I've communicated the same information, but this communicates it with far more impact. So when you are trying to make a slide from a bullet point, make sure that the words are also refined a bit further. And the last point here is pedestrian activity is greatest in densely developed areas such as cities and town centers. You can communicate the idea far better by adding a relevant visual like this, where you can see that there is an increased pedestrian activity in a city or a town center. So the first lesson in improving your bullet point slides is, first notice if your bullet points are actually different ideas crammed into one slide. If it is so, make sure that you give each idea its own slide. It doesn't take any more time to present the different slides compared to the one slide where everything is crammed up. It only increases the impact. By the way, if you want to learn even more ideas than the one that I'm going to share in this video about improving your bullet point slides, then you can click on the link in the description box below the video and sign up to this 4-day free email course called Bullet Points Reimagined, a 4-day free slide design course. It's a very useful and practical email course, and it'll really help you make better presentations. Now let us try to make over the second random slide I picked up from a random presentation. Right at the start, you can see that this is a very intimidating slide. A lot of information is crammed into one place. So the first thing I wanted to do was to extract the text from this slide. So I took a snapshot of the slide, saved it as a picture, then downloaded an extension called cider.ai. It's a free Google Chrome extension. It allows you to upload the images and then extract the text. Here you can see that there is an option for you to upload your images. So I clicked on this, uploaded the image of the screenshot, and then I extracted the text, and it did a beautiful job in no time. By the way, I don't have any affiliate connection with this extension. I just thought of sharing it with you because I found it to be useful. If you find any other way of using any OCR tool, which is optical character recognition tool that allows you to extract text from an image, please use that and skip the step that I just showed you. As long as you have the text extracted from such a busy slide, the job is done. By the way, this is the information that I got, and you can see that it just keeps going on, and it's just not possible to have so much information on one slide because it will definitely intimidate your audience. The next thing I did is I went to ChatGPT. Actually, I went to DeepSeek, and I asked the tool to summarize this into something that I can use for my presentation. By the way, DeepSeek is a very useful tool. Since I use a lot of AI tools, I thought of giving it a try, and I really liked it. Then I got a summary from the tool, and these are the 5 points. All I asked the AI tool is to give me a 5-point summary of all the information that I uploaded, and this is what I got. You can see that this is far easier to understand than the mess that I just saw earlier. Now, this in itself, the way it is seen right now, is not useful for us to present in a slide because again, you can see that there is a lot of text. But I can always use this as notes for me to explain the information. So I went to DeepSeek and asked it to summarize it into 5 very short bullet points with no more than 6 words in each of those bullet points. And I got this result, and this is the slide. Can you see, this is so much more manageable than the monster slide that we saw earlier. And that is one of the things that you need to remember, that your audience will get intimidated when you show a wall of text. When you show something like this, it's much easier for them to understand. And for each of these points, I could always go to the text here and use it as my notes, and I can explain. So this is the second lesson, which is whenever you have a lot of information to be presented on one slide, take advantage of a lot of AI tools. Whether you use ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, it doesn't really matter. Use the tool of your choice and make sure that you present a succinct summary of whatever that is presented in the wall of text and help your audience to engage with the content. Now let us go to the third example. But before we go there, let me remind you once again that by clicking on the link in the description box below and in the pinned comment, you can sign up for this 4-day free email course that can definitely improve the way you make your presentations, especially the bullet point slides. Let's get back. This is the slide I'm going to make over. Right away you can see that there are 8 bullet points on the slide, but when I read the title it says Performance Assessment Design Steps, which means that these are 8 steps and not some random list of 8 points. Now, this is one of the mistakes I see a lot of presenters make. They try to put everything as bullet point slides. Now, when you make everything as bullets, you tend to lose your audience because a bullet doesn't really convey the connection between the various elements. The best way would be to show the relationship as a diagram. If I were to make this slide from scratch, I would design it as a diagram. It's not very difficult to do that. All you need to do is to make sure that this text is slightly shortened. You just select everything, right click and go to Convert to Smart Art and pick one of the graphics that you think is right to convey the steps. Now I'm going to show you an alternative way of doing this. Since I don't really have the liberty of changing any of these text elements because I don't really know what the author intended for these text elements to communicate. So I'm going to keep the text the way it is. but I'm going to make this a little more easy for the mind to remember by adding some icons. So the first thing I did is to extract the text from the image, and this is the result. Now, if I were to present this as a diagram, this is what I would do. You can see that each of the points is now visualized with a relevant icon. Now the important thing is, as you can see, I've only covered 3 points here. Ideally, I should be covering 8 different points. But then if I cover 8 points on this single slide, once again it will be quite intimidating, especially because we have these icons to visualize each of the points. So what I did is I made 3 different slides. Let me show you here. This is the first slide, this is the second slide, and this is the third slide. And you can see on each of these slides I have included 3 points, so 3 steps, and this is the third one with 2. So that is how I covered all the 8 steps. Now to go from one slide to the next, I used transition. The transition I used is a dynamic transition. This allows us to do something magical. I used pan transition, which is in the dynamic content. I'll show you how this particular transition works. When I go to slideshow, this is the first slide. If I were to make the presentation, I would ensure that each of these elements is animated so I can reveal one point at a time. But then to save some time, I've got all the points right away available here. I will explain each of these 3 steps, and once I finish explaining, I click and you can see this magic happen. Did you see that? The title remains in its place, only the diagram is moving, and this is the magic of the dynamic transition. Then I finish the next few steps, and then I finish the last few steps, and the presentation is done. Now, if you want to learn how I did this dynamic transition, I've created a separate video on this called Stunning Dynamic Transition Effect in PowerPoint. It's a very useful technique. It can really blow the minds of the people whenever they see this transition, and I've explained this in a step-by-step manner in this video. I will leave a link to this video at the end of this presentation, so you can click on the link and then watch this video next. I'll also leave a link to this video in the description box below the video, so you can click on the link and watch this one. So the third lesson is, not everything that you see as bulleted list is actually a bulleted list. It is always a good idea to take a deeper look and see if there is any better way to communicate the relationship between the points. If there is any relationship, then use a diagram rather than a plain list, because a list doesn't convey the relationship that well. Unless and otherwise, there is no relationship whatsoever and it is nothing but a collection of items, don't use a list. So go ahead, sign up for that free email course and transform the way you create your bullet point presentations and get thanked by your audience. And learn about dynamic transition effect by clicking on the link that you see right now on your screen. I'll see you inside that video next.